Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you something that I think is a little interesting here. This is the evolution of the Sylvania 150 watt Mogul based high pressure sodium bulb. Now this is my best guess at the evolution that this bulb has taken over time, and if any of these are out of order, please let me know in the comments below. So anyway, we have oldest here on the left and the newest here on the right, and we can see many different changes has happened over the years. We'll go ahead and start down here at the left, as this is my favorite. We can see the etch here. Let me zoom out so we can get a better view. We can see the Lumalux 155, or 150 and then the 55, which indicates ballast there. But Lumalux, LU, and Sylvania there at the bottom. Now I really like this design, mostly because of the spring inside. It's very simple, yet sturdy, and gets the job done for, I would think, much cheaper than some of the newer options here are. But anyway, let's start here at the bottom. We can see the two silvery things are getter to inform you if something has gotten inside of the bulb. Working our way up, we have a nice sturdy pull, which goes from one of the contacts to the base of the arc tube right inside of it to make a nice sturdy connection, and they add a extra little metal piece there to make sure it is electrically connected. We then follow this curvy wire which curves around the arc tube of the bulb and meets up with the top. You will notice that it just curls around and attaches to the main big spring here at the top, which you can see widens out to be pretty big. Now, the one reason that I really like the spring idea is because if you have a lot of vibrations, it can withstand that because, well, it's a spring. And being that the spring is there, it, in general, holds the arc tube pretty much in the center of the bulb, if you have a fixture that relies heavily on the arc tube being in the correct location to maybe put the light in a certain location. So, pretty neat design on the spiral that comes up. That's why I think it's just so unique and cool. Next to that, we have what I think would be the generation directly after it. We have a very similar etch, if not the same exact thing here. And you can see they still do the rod up to the base of the arc tube. But now, instead of the spiral spring, we've gone with a solid metal structure, which also carries up, obviously, the other end of the voltage for the arc tube. Now you can see they've done away totally with the spring in this design, as these are the ED-shaped bulbs. And we'll see in the next generation they switched back to a traditional mercury vapor style, at least, BT-shaped bulb. And notice this structure. We'll set that one down and move on to the next one. This structure is the same. It goes up, but of course we don't have the dimple at the top. We have this bump for the BT shape, and it just sits itself in there with these sides to help hold it in place so it doesn't move around, obviously. Now with this newer design, especially that one there, you think vibration would harm it a bit more, obviously, because there's not a spring there, but maybe because it's a little more solid, that helps. I don't know. I didn't engineer these bulbs. But you have the same type of idea here, it goes straight up. Then we have the same solid metal structure that connects to the arc tube at the top. We also have a redesign in the etch. This one is Sylvania Lumalux. You can see the difference there. Now this one might actually come after this one. I'm not quite sure. But the only real difference between this bulb and the one that I just showed you is the etch on top. We can see Lumalux LU150, S55 ballast, Sylvania. So this might have come before that one, I'm not quite sure, but we have the same exact structure inside of it as this one. Now this one on the end is the modern one that we still have today. We can see the date here at the bottom, 2012. And I don't think they've changed this up at all. Now there's obviously another etch redesign that comes between these and this one. This is more modern. The older ones that came directly before this one only had, you know, the etch once, where here they doubled it up. And it was green. I believe there was a solid brown, like those were too. So there's a pretty big gap between that one and this one in etch changes. But as you can tell, again, the structure of the bulb has not changed. We notice the getter has left the building, or left the bulb, and oh yeah, there it went, right there. For a minute I was going to say, I don't know where it went, because I didn't see that. But now it's up here, instead of at the bases like you see here. It does the same exact thing, they just moved it. Maybe it's cheaper to have that instead of doing it here at the base. But you can see the structure to hold the bulb here at the top has not changed at all in quite a long time. We can see that this wire here has gotten thinner, however, ever since the first time they did that. I mean, it's ever so slightly thinner, but it is thinner. So, just interesting to see how much these bulbs have evolved over time. I do like the spiral one the best. Anyway, some of these bulbs will get their own startup video, so look forward to that if I haven't already posted it. Anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed this little video on the evolution of these Sylvania bulbs. Like I said, if I got any of them out of order, please let me know in the comments down below, but they are all unique in their own way. I really hope you enjoyed, and also please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.